Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Let's Talk. My name's Laughingboy. In case you are new to this series, Let's Talk is an interview program where I talk to everyone's favorite Let's Players so we can all better understand who they are, the history of their channel, and what it is that they do. So here with me tonight, if you could introduce yourself for all of us.
Yep. Hey guys, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey guys, MasaeAnela here. It feels really awkward doing that in a call. I'm so bad. I'm sorry.
No, do you want to start again?
Yeah, let's do that again. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I stumbled. I got ahead of myself.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a new edition of Let's Talk. I'm Laughingboy, and in case you're new to this series, Let's Talk is an interview program where I talk to everyone's favorite Let's Players so we can better understand who they are, the history of their channel, what it is that they do. So here with me tonight, if you could introduce yourself for us, please.
Righto. Hey guys, MasaeAnela here, and I am very honored to be a part of this. Thank you.
No problem. So this is a show for all kinds of fans. Older subscribers might understand like references and history that we will be going over in the next couple of episodes, but they may not know everything.
Right.
Okay. Likewise, some of the most recent subscribers for any popular Let's Player, of course, might be lost when it comes to certain references that everyone else might understand. So the hope is this next section will cover a lot of content for both types of fans to enjoy.
Yay!
Like how I read that almost verbatim?
Oh, hey, it sounded good, so.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so first, tell me about yourself.
I'm Masae. I'm like 25 years old and bio times 5 years old mentally, 25 physically. That's basically me. I'm a total dweeb and a geek, and I play games and I talk over them. And I draw.
Yes, you do.
I do Indeed. The artist thing.
Yeah. So do you want to tell us where your screen name came from?
It's honestly a name that I've had for forever. Ever since my MMO days, I just kind of mashed on the keyboard and tried to see what came out of it. That's honestly what it was. It was my screen name for all of my mages. Whenever I would have like a wizard type character or whatever.
What kind of MMOs?
Like Ragnarok Online. I played a lot of that. That was my childhood. I played so many games. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, that was the one that kind of got away from me. I had to
Really?
get on it for free. I had to cheat my way through it. But and then I played it for about 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about. It's not that I didn't like it, but by the time I'd started it, pretty much everyone had moved on.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that happens to me a lot.
Yeah. Moving on. So I'm sure there are plenty of Let's Players who might be doing this on top of other such obligations like work or school. Are you currently a student and or employed by a company thing?
I am a student.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
College?
College, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too old to be with them high school youngins.
What are you majoring in?
I'm an art major.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. That's kind of expected of me, but it's what I do. I used to be a biology major because I wanted to be a vet at first. And then it was too complicated.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree.
Too much memorization.
A lot of memorization.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think college has affected your ability to do Let's Plays?
It's the cause of a lot of hiccups in the update schedule, I'll say that much. Lots of hiccups here and there, but other than that, it hasn't really affected it that much. Like, it's just juggling it.
So, are you currently employed as well?
No. Well, self-employed technically, but like
Gotcha.
in the traditional sense, no, not right now.
Okay, so it's mainly just YouTube?
YouTube, art commissions, and stuff like that.
So how many hours per week do you typically spend working on your Let's Plays?
Okay, this is a hard question to answer because it really does vary from series to series and even like episode to episode, because I can hit an episode where it's just like it's super easy and I have just a breeze of a time going through it, and then I'll hit another episode where it's like completely awful. Why did I do this? I pile up too much things that I want to do with this thing, right? So it's hard to give a really concrete answer for that, but if I had to ballpark it, assuming that every recording takes about maybe an hour question mark, I'd say about 20 to 30 hours, maybe ish, kind of. Something in that ballpark, around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on to sort of more, I guess, backstory. Backstory? Oh, whatever. I'm bad with words. What was it that got you into playing video games?
My mom, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a story behind that?
No, there's no real story. She just started as the gamer of the household, and she just passed the torch on to me, I guess. I always used to watch her playing games when I was little, and I guess I just kind of followed her example and started playing games.
Okay. So what was the first game you ever owned?
That's hard because I technically owned everything that my parents did, and since they were gamers before I was even like aware of my surroundings, I just kind of grew up with it. I think the first one that I really remember attaching myself to and really playing and knowing that it was a game was Star Fox for the Super Nintendo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Good. So I guess maybe considering the length of that game, is that the first game you've ever beaten?
Yeah. I would, well, no. The first game I've ever beaten was Putt Putt. Technically, it counts.
It is a video game.
It is a game.
Yeah. No, hey, that's fine with me. What kind of games did you often play when you were younger?
Mostly... Okay, when we're saying younger, what age are we talking about?
What age are we talking about?
Like
just like when you were young, as a wee little lad.
Oh,
I don't know.
as a wee little lad.
Yeah.
Mostly like Zelda action RPGs, and I played a couple of RPGs, but not too terribly many.
Okay.
Yeah, it was when I started getting a little bit older that I got into MMOs and the like PC gaming.
Master Race.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any favorite game-related memories?
A lot. I remember a lot of late nights just staying up and playing games with my friends back in the PC gaming days. Things that I remember super fondly was, like I said earlier, just watching my mom play games and being like, I can do that too! And I distinctly remember her playing, it was some Super Nintendo game. It might have been Mario, actually, where I would sit there and watch her play, and she would talk like the Mickey Mouse characters to me. And I would like play along, and I was super little, for the record. I was like 4.
Okay.
Just for context, I was like 4 years old and believing that Mickey Mouse was in my house. But I remember that, and that's a super fond memory. It was just like childhood bonding, I suppose.
So then, what game would you consider your absolute favorite?
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That story's the best.
I haven't played it from start to finish. I've been really bad about it, but I do know I've seen and or read it. It's really good considering how recent the game is.
Yeah.
I guess most modern, especially JRPGs, tend to have the story's either too by the books or it's so not by the books that it's Final Fantasy 13 levels of weird.
Right, yeah. I hear
but
you.
No,
there.
I don't know. I think the characters were really well written and the plot was really well done. So.
Mm-hmm.
So what game do you hate the most?
Okay, I don't think I can really say that I hate any particular game. Like when I've been trying to think about this, and I just can't really single out any one particular game that I can say, like, ew, it's that game. Like, it just, nothing really strikes me that way. I guess the closest I can get to that is probably, like, this really crappy Shrek game on Xbox that I played when I was really little.
Oh, you
And
mean okay.
yeah, it was like some Shrek game, and I was like, this is really boring. I don't like this game. And that was pretty much it. That was
Okay.
the whole extent of like my hatred for a particular game.
On that note, though, were there any games that you didn't like when they came out, but you kind of grew to like them?
I'm just kind of like looking around my game over there, and I'm just like thinking and trying to remember what it was. Wait, oh, wait. Oh, I have. Okay, I remember. So, something that I hated and then came to love. Yes. Very
Yes.
much yes. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but it's true. When I first played Earthbound, I despised it.
Despised it.
I completely despised it. I thought it was the most boring Pika crap. I thought it was the most boring piece of crap, and I was like, who would ever play this? It's so, like, there's nothing going on. There's nothing to this game, and it has the worst battle system I've ever seen. And then I dropped it, and it took me, like, God, how many years? Probably about 7 years to actually pick it up again and play it.
Okay.
It was some absurdly long time that I was just thoroughly convinced that I hated Earthbound because I just completely lost interest in it. And then I actually gave it a fair shake and now I love it.
Maybe it's a game that's more appreciated with as you get older.
I think so. I think so because even now I really have a hard time with turn-based battles. Like it's just something that I have to sit down and dedicate myself to this game to, get into it. But I guess I've gotten more patient as I've gotten older, I guess. I mean, I think Earthbound's battle system is fine now, but I guess back then I just saw ew turn-based, you know?
Yeah. I guess I was kind of the opposite. I was a sucker for turn-based.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, it's gotten me to the point where like I can't I'm an old man about newer RPGs.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why I love Dragon Quest.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Dragon Quest is like apple pie, you know?
Never gets old.
Never get well, it's certainly outdated, but it's good every time.
Ah, I see.
Okay, on the flip side though, are there any games that you loved when they came out, but that you started not liking over time?
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. Okay, I want to clarify before anything else that I do not dislike this game.
Okay,
Is
so
that-
I'm gonna edit this so that you said that I absolutely hate this game.
No, absolutely not.
All right,
That would be rude. That would be really rude.
I'm writing it down in my notes as we speak.
So rude. Anyway, so I do not dislike this game, but over time it's just kind of gotten Twilight Princess.
I never liked Twilight Princess.
High five!
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
High five.
I still don't dislike it. It's fine and it's a good game. It's just I think I got too hyped for it when it was first coming out, you know? Like I was so excited for Twilight Princess back then and I was just all over it for so long. And you remember all of the delays that game went through. It went through so many like really bad delays and I was so disappointed by it. And by the time we actually got it, I was so jaded and I was like, I don't care as much now.
Oh no.
But I still played it and I enjoyed it, but I have a few qualms with the game in specific areas.
I guess one of my two major concerns Let's talk about it for a minute.
Okay.
So I guess my two major concerns were the first one, that's 2 hours of tutorials.
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
it's so annoying, and it's not
Mm-hmm.
even like tutorials that teach you how to play the game. It's just rattle up some cattle.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
And it's like, hey, Link, you want to do it again? I'm like, no. And it's like, good. Well, you're gonna need to do it a third time if you want a stupid piece of heart. Fine.
High five. High five. I feel you, man. I
five.
feel you.
And yeah, just the collectathon. Like 5 heart pieces for a container.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the thing that really bothered me about it was actually the boss battles specifically. Like a lot of them
Um,
were kind of
well, I hated the Bridge of Eldin, um, mini boss fight.
Yeah, that
Um,
that was kind of I don't know. I've ranted about it before. It's no secret that I have my issues.
yeah, I mean, actually, going through the HD remake is technically my first time going through it completely. Like, I'm putting
Really?
myself through it. Yep. I stopped playing it because the only one I had was the Wii version, and after like an hour and a half of tutorials, like I actually got right to the part where um, the game actually would consider being started, and I was like, enough, I'm done, and I put it away.
Mm,
And then the internet will give me flack for this, but then I beat the entirety of Skyward Sword instead.
I see. I see. Oh,
Skyward
internet.
Skyward Sword is good, okay?
Dude, Skyward Sword's my favorite, so
High five.
high five.
High five.
High five.
Egoraptor's wrong. It's not that bad.
It's not. It really isn't. It
No.
doesn't deserve all of the flack that it gets. It
Yeah.
deserves some, but like it's
Stamina
good.
bar.
It's
But
good.
yeah. So console war question time. Whose side would you be on in the great console wars?
Nintendo because 3DS and because you should have one and because it has Street Pass.
I have 2. Actually, god damn it, I have 3. I have 3 3DSs.
I have too many and I'm
Oh, that's
ashamed.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
I saw the picture.
Yeah, it's
I have to
kind
go
of
find
ridiculous.
that picture.
It's really ridiculous.
So wait, how many do you have?
Oh God, don't ask me that. uh, okay, I have my. Okay, I think my first one got stolen. Actually, either stolen or I left it in a hotel somewhere because I could never find it again.
Oh no.
And then I had a red one, and then I had another red one, and then I had a Zelda one, and then I had too many. I'm sorry, I can't think.
Nah, it's okay. I was just wondering if you had a number that you just remember because it's something you like to talk to people about.
You know what? Next chance I get, I will round them all up and I will tell you. I will just Skype you a random number and you'll know immediately what it is.
All right. I look forward to it. Okay, so we managed to cover about 20 minutes. Yay!
Yay!
That's the minimum time I need to clear an episode. Yay!
All right, yay! We did it!
Yay! Okay, so we're going to take a little break here. On the next episode, we're going to talk more about the channel's history.
All right.
I say with the voice like channel's history.
Channels.
Channel. All right,
Channel.
so we will be back in a little bit. This is Let's Talk. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.